elks, oil, trolls, the cheese slicer. Norway has so much to offer, especially space. 385,000 square kilometers to be more precise. With only 5.5 million inhabitants, this equals roughly 70,000 square meters per person. This might be the reason why personal space is so important for Norwegians. And since there is so much space, it's the everyman's right that allows you to hike and camp free on uncultivated land. If it's private, just keep at least 150 meters away from the owner's property. Because wherever there is not enough space between people, Norwegians tend to flee in their boats or search for solitude in their cabins. When these options aren't available, Norwegians show that they are experts in social distancing. The 150 meters just mentioned can be a rule of thumb for foreigners to adapt quickly and to enjoy Norwegian public transport for what it is, an introvert's paradise. Greeting each other in Norway can be tricky because it's reduced to a bare minimum. This may be mistaken as rude behavior. In fact, it's the opposite. It's polite. Norwegians don't want to disturb each other. Don't take it personally if your fellow student doesn't greet you when you meet her in the library, or if your neighbor prefers not to chit-chat with you but to avoid awkward eye contact. However, once the correct ratio between person and space is re-established, the Norwegian greeting culture changes dramatically. In nature, it's okay to greet and talk to everyone. A good Norwegian conversation should be about the weather, but a safe choice in addition is to talk in detail about renovations around your house or inside your cabin. Getting to know and like each other can quickly escalate in Norway and lead to characteristic dating rituals that might be confusing for the rest of the world, because it often starts with sharing more personal space than you would expect from a Norwegian. Only when this encounter met the expectations of both parties, you would consider taking things to the next level and risk having dinner together. Because in Norway, the purpose of having someone over for a meal usually isn't to get to know each other, but to strengthen a functioning relationship. A good way to destroy a relationship is the wrong reaction to a Norwegian who shares Norway's most important national food with you: a quick lunch. Whenever a local offers you this trusted hiking companion, the following two responses are acceptable. Number 1, nice, this doesn't remind me of a Kit Kat at all. Or number 2, nice, this is so much better than Kit Kat. If you can't agree with that, you might as well say skiing is better in Sweden than in Norway. The Norwegian might end up in a shock and close the doors to something that could have been a wonderful friendship. Norway without skiing is like Germany with a speed limit. No traffic jam will stop Norwegians from getting to their happy place. An empty car battery might, though. And there is no amount of snow that could be too small for Norwegians for practicing their most popular form of transportation. A popular misconception is that meeting a brown bear is the scariest thing to experience in Norwegian nature. In reality, it's meeting an angry Norwegian on skis, reminding you that you're not supposed to cross country by foot where you're supposed to cross country on skis. 5 degrees and 5 rays of sunshine are a good reference point for starting the outdoor beer season. It helps Norwegians to cope with the sadness that the snow will soon be gone. Insiders recommend that 1 out of 2 beers should be non-alcoholic. This will keep the bill just under 20 euros. Apart from the obvious superiority of skiers over pedestrians, Norwegians like to see each other as equals. You can meet anyone in an informal way at eye level. You call everyone by their first name, even your professors, which makes it easier to forget their last names instantly. Norwegians believe in gender equality and a work-life balance that is equally shared by partners. At the same time, a large proportion of Norwegians trust each other. This is why kidnapping is different in Norway. They trust each other so much that it is not a rare sight to see a dad sitting in a cafe, leaving his laptop unattended, or leaving his kid napping outside. Once every year, Norwegians forget all about personal space and at the same time celebrate their ultimate social distancing from Denmark in 1814. Then it's time to dress up. Everyone according to the customs of their tribe. Time to embrace the spirit of the Norwegian people and publicly showing their joyful inside that often seems to be hidden behind a hard outside. And then it's time to meet the royal family. As a compensation for their people's resistance to greet each other, the royals greet everyone. What else can we say about Norwegians? How about this? Norwegians are girls who love girls, boys who love boys, and boys and girls who love each other. Norwegians believe in God, Allah, everything and nothing. That's what Norway's King Harald once said about his people. Kings and queens may not be for everyone, but these words seem to make it hard not to feel included. But if you feel a bit lost in between all the flags and patriotic feelings, you might want to come back a month later. Maybe June, with some different flags, will make you feel that there is enough personal space here for everyone.